Hello there folks, welcome back to the Chap's Guide. My name is Ash and I am your host on this journey through men's style, self-development and personal grooming. Now as the years pass us by, we invariably are going to get older and it becomes increasingly difficult for the aging gentleman to straddle that fine line between being stylish and trying too hard. Because most of us chaps, we want to elevate our style, but without coming across as desperately trying to cling on to youth, which actually is no longer ours to have. It has been transferred to the up-and-coming generation, and we are forging a new path as we get a little older. Now, a while ago, I produced a video which promoted quite a lot of debate upon style sheets to avoid as we get older. But today I'm coming to you with the exact opposite. I've got some style sheets today, mostly conventional in nature, which require no intrusive surgery, which will help you look better without flamboyance or fakery in your life, and will not take you into the cheesy territory, which you often see of middle-aged men desperately trying to cling on to their younger years. Now, my first tip for you is easy, and you should never forget this, but if you're in doubt about what to wear when you're reaching any stage of life, I would suggest go classical. Because do you know what? I often see so many middle-aged dudes who for some reason think that if they wear the clothes of the up-and-coming generation, it somehow magically imbues them with the vibrancy and the vigor of the younger people that those clothes were actually designed for. Let me give you a good example. White trainers or hyper trendy, stylish trainers. Now, I find it so cringeworthy to see men in their 40s, 50s and even older wearing these bright white trainers with their suits, which with their sort of, more classical clothing, thinking that the addition of a pair of white training shoes or sneakers is somehow going to make you cool with the kids, going to make you look younger. The truth is, I think it just looks like a guy who's desperately trying to look younger. Let me give you an alternative. If you want to call it a cheat, I don't think it's a cheat. It's something every man should do. Go classic. A pair of suede chukka boots, desert boots, something of that nature. A pair of loafers, suede loafers. Suede is good for making older guys look a little younger because it has texture. It doesn't look like the stiff shininess of maybe polished leather. But suede has a great way of making what could be seen as perhaps a classical formal shoe or boot look a lot more casual and able to be worn with maybe dressed down clothing. So, these things, like loafers, chukka boots, instead of sneakers, that's all you need to do. And you're going to look so much more appropriate for the age that you actually are. And the same applies to all other elements of your clothing. All right, another example, skinny fit trousers. Skinny fit trousers are designed for skinny younger men, not 50-year-old dudes who have thighs like tree trunks. It looks terrible. It actually draws the eye to the flaws in your physique. The reality is, what you have to do is accept that the passage of time has changed your body. Gravity now affects you in a different way to what it did when you were 25. Accept these changes to your body and actually dress more appropriately for the body that you have now. Don't try and dress for the body that you had 25 years ago. It's going to look much better on your frame, and it's going to make you look great regardless of the years that have passed behind you. Now, my next tip, and this is crucial whatever age you are, but the truth is, as we get a little bit older, good grooming is vital. And it's a quirk of age that as hair departs from some parts of our body, it reappears in other areas in which it is totally unwelcome. And of course, I'm talking about up the nose, in the ears, and the bushy eyebrows. So it doesn't take but any time at all. Little scissors or a little device, one of these sort of ear clippers, which you can buy inexpensively. 5 minutes once a week is all you need to do to keep you looking sharp and young, regardless of what age you are. A great tuft of grey hair sticking out of your ears or straggling down from your nose like spider's legs, it's going to kill your look. Sort that out to keep yourself looking younger. Now, another thing I'm going to suggest to you, I see a lot in men these days. As chaps get older, yes, right, the strong jawline that you had in your youth starts to soften as the years pass. You know, the jowls get a bit saggy. As I said, gravity is not your friend as the years go by. So a lot of gentlemen, they opt for the camouflage of a beard. All right? I think 6 out of 10 men these days wear facial hair of some kind. It's a smaller minority of us now who go for the luxury of a clean shave every day. But if you do choose to wear a beard, whether you're older or whether you're younger, let me just remind you of one thing. A beard is not a free pass to facial grooming from that point onwards. When I see guys who have gone, you know, full Grizzly Adams, I think to myself, there's a guy who spends no time in front of the mirror and is not careful about his appearance. Remember this, a little bit of time with a trimmers or a scissors will give you a much more defined jawline. That beard can actually work wonders for you. A great example of an older chap, actually in his 70s, who has put some effort into the mastery of his facial hair is former James Bond actor Pierce Brosnan. Now, when I see that man with his sculpted silver grey beard, I always think to myself, that is how an older man ages, with dignity, and it just looks so good. So put a bit of time in, trim that beard, keep it looking good, right? You know, trim up the neck. You don't want the beard joining up with the chest hair. Put the effort in, get the razor, make yourself look good, bit of beard oil, whatever you want to do, whatever works for you. But just don't think because you have a beard, it means you have no grooming responsibilities. You absolutely do. You just have to put it in, that effort into the beard to look your very best. Now, another area in which I think it's so easy, you can call it a cheat if you will, but remember that dark toned clothing is your friend as you get older, and it looks so much more classy, I think. I mean, when I see older men wearing brightly coloured clothing, often ill-matching brightly coloured clothing, in the vein of a children's television presenter, personally, I think it looks ridiculous, and it just looks like a guy who is desperately trying to get the attention of others. It's like walking around screaming, look at me, I'm young, I'm trendy, it doesn't matter, I'm 60, I'm still cool with the kids. And it just looks bloody awful, all right? Darker toned clothing is so much better. It looks stylish, it looks elegant. And another thing, it slims the larger body, because dark tones, it hides the shadows of maybe bulges and rolls, which you would not like to display to the world. And, you know, your black, your grey, even earth tones in darker browns and colours like that, or navy. It looks so much better and makes you look leaner. And actually, it gives you a slight whiff of mystery and panache, because the darker colours, they're more associated with perhaps smartness than younger, brighter primary colours. So remember, dark clothes, your friend, not your enemy. Now, my next tip for you, and just about my last one really, is choose one signature accessory which matches your style and your elegance. Because one of the things I see in men who are aging, who are desperately trying to cling on to their youth, is it's almost like there's sort of a midlife crisis starter pack that they will go for when it comes to accessories. They'll start wearing loads of leather bands or bracelets around their wrists. They'll start wearing bandanas and neckerchiefs. They'll start, you know, just really going deep on the accessories. You'll see guys, they start having in their 40s, 50s and 60s full sleeve tattoos. And you can class a tattoo as an accessory to style, I guess. But you'll see these guys going mad on the jewellery. Big chunky bracelets, rings on every finger. And in essence, they are trying to look like the generation which is coming behind them. Trying to stay part of that generation when truthfully, they have no part in it. We've got our own generation. So I always recommend to people, choose one signature stylish item that you're going to use with your outfit and cap it at one item. And now it can be a number of things. It can be maybe one stylish wristwatch. If you like a wristwatch in the younger generation, they're not wearing wristwatches. They're wearing Apple watches, various other devices, or none at all. So if you wear a wristwatch, you're demonstrating a little bit of elegance. If you're carrying a backpack or a satchel, right? Okay, it's fine. But make it at least something stylish. Carry a lovely leather valise or a weekend bag or something of that nature. Or if you're going to have a backpack, make it a nice, classic, elegant leather one so that you are demonstrating to the world that there's a little bit of style about you. You're not carrying these bright, garish, synthetic materials. Pare it down to one item. If you're going to wear a ring, make it one elegant signet ring, that's it. Or a wedding ring. If you're wearing a wedding ring, that's all you need. You don't need to be wearing loads of other pieces. So there we go, folks. Some simple cheats, if you want to call them those, which I think will help you on that aging journey. And remember, you can alter your look without going to the gym or, going on some sort of vicious diet or testosterone replacement therapy. You can just improve your posture by the way you focus on it. Stand up tall. Shoulders back, relaxed, keep that spine straight, pull the stomach in, push the chest out, and you will have more of an intentional stance as you walk through life. The way I always think of it, as I walk down the street, right, I always walk as if I was walking into a room for the first time full of strangers. Because if I was to do that, I would walk in trying to look my tallest, look straight, look impressive, straight back, stomach in. Walk down the street with that idea in your mind as if you're walking into a room full of strangers for the first time, and it should improve your posture, make you look taller, make you look leaner. It'll make you feel better on the inside as well as look better on the outside. So there we go, some simple cheats on how to retain your best appearance regardless of the passing of time. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, give it a like, subscribe for more. Become one of my patrons and benefit from the extra videos that I make each week exclusively for my patrons. Follow the link in the show notes below and join my club of good friends. So, until the next time, look good for the version of you that you are today. Do not try and dress like the version of you from 25 years ago, and you're going to look your best. And I'll see you soon.